I really hate to be that guy that takes a dump on AMD, man, because I really do want them to succeed. But with all of the new updates regarding the 9070 graphics card from them, I really felt the need to talk about this and make my point very clear that, actually, I don't even need to make my point pretty clear because it's literally a fact. It isn't even a point. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that fact for a little while so that I don't upset everybody that absolutely loves AMD already. Look, I'm being serious. I genuinely want AMD to succeed. I promise you, I don't like having to wait 4 weeks for a graphics card to get to me because I can't just simply go to Amazon and buy a graphics card. I promise you, I love to see companies screw NVIDIA. And AMD is the only one that is going to be possibly even remotely capable of doing that because NVIDIA, it's pretty obvious to me, dude, that NVIDIA does not give a subsingular FUQ about any of us. So the first thing that I wanted to cover here is PowerColor RX 9070 XT, the Red Devil limited edition listed by Microcenter. Oh my goodness, that's such a long title. So anyways, PCIe 5.0. But one of the big things that I want to talk about right now is I'm trying to figure out why AMD is not including GDDR7 with the RX 9070. Like why are they lowering the memory to GDDR6? You know, it's like, and listen, okay, I just want to make it really clear right now. AMD is so far behind. There is no option other than to over deliver on a product in order for people that buy NVIDIA to swap over to AMD. Because even if AMD is the only company with the GPU on the market, man, nobody is going to go and buy a graphics card for, I'm pretty sure that people are spotting this thing for about $700. It's kind of all over the place at this point. I'm trying to figure out where it is. All right. Well, apparently they don't want to. One of the articles does end up mentioning the, the price of it. And then we also need to remember that the 32 gigabytes of memory was debunked. So this thing isn't going to have like 32 gigabytes of GDDR7. I'm getting my tongue twisted. And yes, I did in fact just barely say gigabytes. Actually, let's go over this one last, this handheld, because that's actually a bit off topic. I know I'm going to go down the rabbit hole with that one because I absolutely love retro games. So AMD Exec Sarcastically teases the RX 9070 max GPU with 32 gigabytes of VRAM and 1.2 gigawatts power supply requirement. See, this is where I'm starting to get very confused, is because AMD quite literally said that there's, and keep in mind, this is not the only article that's doing this. There's a lot of articles out there doing this. And if you want me to take a wild guess, you know why all these random articles are saying, okay, well, it's still coming with 32 gigabytes. You know what you can do right now to get a really good idea of what website is actually using real humans to write their articles and which website is using AI to write their articles. Hopefully you have enough common sense. The thing is people are probably using AI to write these articles because AMD is the one that, hold up. I definitely read this article wrong. You guys can go ahead and make fun of me down in the comment section below. So AMD exec sarcastically teases. Hold up. How's that? What's that GIF do? Over your head. That was over my head. I'll admit it. I don't care. That 320 gigabytes one was what was catching my eye, and I'm thinking to myself, like, who the frick is gonna believe that shit, bro? But so anyways, man, that is not the only article that's doing that though. There's still a lot of companies that are actually posting. I'm gonna go ahead and there are companies that are posting this stuff, and they're saying that the 9070 is going to come with 32 gigabytes, and I don't understand that unless this is like, I understand there's a 9070 get out of here, a 9070 and a 90 XT and a 90. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this. Go ahead and read that yourself because I keep failing. So, rumors suggest AMD is developing a Radeon RX 9070 XT-X graphics card with 32 gigabytes of GD. I really want to just like slap you in the ass cheek, bro. Get out of here. aimed at AI professionals. Despite AMD's denial, sources indicate collaboration with partners on this configuration. The card may not feature other hardware improvements using full Navi 48 GPU die. Okay, so this is a totally different graphics card. Look, okay, all the tech geniuses and wizards down in the comment section below never tried to be a genius of this stuff. I literally just look at things, share it with you, talk about it with you, get off topic about it with you, and ramble on about things that are not even somewhat related to the video with you. Like I just did. So Fallout 5, everything that we know so far. I want multiplayer, okay? Listen. I want multiplayer. I mean, I'll go ahead and show you guys if you want to pause it, but I'm sure that anybody that's actually interested in this is going to go and Google it for themselves. But for the most part, dude, we know jack diddly shit, okay? And the reason we know jack diddly shit is because this game isn't coming out into the late 2020s, or in other words, like 2050, probably, because let's be honest, it's going to get delayed. So late 2020s means like 2030. Right? You know it. I know it. Everybody on the planet knows it. What I'm excited for is a new series from season two of it on Amazon, because the Amazon series was actually pretty cool. But so Todd Howard is not putting a date on Fallout 5 anytime soon, and this was in an interview with IGM, and he ended up revealing that whatever there was a rough date on Fallout 5. Confirmed team is working on Elder Scrolls 6. Fallout TV show is almost like Fallout 5. Fallout coming after the Elder Scrolls 6. But anyways, man, the reason I wanted to share that is I really want multiplayer. I don't know, dude. And I still wish that they would do this with retro games. I genuinely wish they would do this with retro games where, and I get it, Nintendo sucks. They can eat a freaking piece of turd with corn in it. But Nintendo's like imagine if like Nintendo would actually allow an emulator for people to go and play Donkey Kong with their friend. I don't know, dude. Seems like a pretty cool feature to me, but apparently I'm the only one that wants it. NVIDIA delayed the RTX 5070 until after AMD's reveal. And this is where, so this isn't me even like, I don't even care about NVIDIA right now. This whole video is about AMD. And look, man, I really want to make it very clear, okay? I want to make it really, 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 really clear that I'm not like shitting on AMD for no reason. I'm not trying to take a dump on AMD for no reason. I'm doing that because I want them to succeed. I don't want these situations like with the 40 series and 50 series. The 40 series was at least understandable. Like they were hard to get. They were like really difficult to get. And like if you wanted one, you were going to overpay, you know, like about $1,000 to get a 4090. And if you wanted a 4080, you would pay like between $500 and $1,000 over. You know, like 4090s are still going for over $3,000 despite the 5090 being out. So like they were hard to get. But the 50 series is not hard to get. It is impossible to get. Unless you're a fucking creator that has connections with NVIDIA, like nobody has one, dude. I mean, I don't know anybody that has one. So I don't want AMD to be behind, dude. And the only way, this is me just being real. Okay, let me just ask you this, okay? Let's use your favorite bag of which was the best Super Bowl commercial. I don't care what anybody. And the cool thing was that a fan actually created that. The Doritos Super Bowl commercial with the alien that's trying to take his Doritos. Ha! That was that, and then it was simple. The Bud Light one with oh my god, am I really not going to be able to think of his name? The Bud Light one there. The freaking rap, Post Malone, with Post Malone. But yeah, anyways, so where I was going with this is like, you know, the Doritos on the shelf, like that you just grab every single time, right? Because you like them. You really like those Doritos. How come you're not grabbing the Great Value store brand Doritos? They're literally the same fucking thing. Because you grew up and you have eaten the Doritos throughout your whole life. And most people grew up with NVIDIA graphics cards. Most people use NVIDIA graphics cards. And we're not talking about a fucking $2 bag of chips. We're talking about $1,000 graphics cards now. So like this is like multiplied. So where I'm getting at with this, man, is nobody using an NVIDIA graphics card is going to swap over to AMD unless it is very clear that it is at least a somewhat viable option, and they might as well take the risk. Because even if, and this includes myself, man, like I've been in the PC gaming space for about 4 years now. I've been building computers for a little over 2 years now. Dude, it was like a year ago that I finally swapped to an AMD graphics card. And the reason it took me that long, or well, I have an NVIDIA graphics card now, but so the reason it took me that long is because I had originally gotten an Asus laptop that had an AMD, whatever. It was an AMD CPU and AMD GPU. Absolute potato of a, and it wasn't a garbage laptop. It was like $1,700 at Best Buy. It wasn't like some cheap potato that I bought at Walmart. Like it was supposed to be a good laptop. I don't remember the specs, but it was $1,700 over a year ago. So you can do the math what that would have gotten you. I don't remember. But I returned that. Ridiculous, dude. Okay? Or no, this was a long time ago. Hold on. So the graphics card. I'm getting old, man. I got freaking memory problems. It was a long time ago. I don't know how many years ago, but it was an Asus laptop and it was an absolute turd bucket. I hated the friggin' thing. Okay. And I've used different laptops before. It wasn't like it was just a laptop performance. Oh, it was a laptop. No wonder you're fucking not getting the performance you expect. It's a freaking laptop. Okay. So there's that, right? And then there was a computer that I built with a 7800. It was like a 7800. So it wasn't their top of the line graphics card, dude. But I had the matrix screen. When you installed it wrong. Only a fucking person with an AMD graphics card would tell me that. I've never. Oh, you installed it wrong. That was your fault for fucking up the PCIe. Okay, dude. Even if I installed it wrong, the only graphics card that I've ever installed wrong and had this issue with, I guess it's just my fault. Like, even if, dude, it leaves that sour taste in your mouth and you don't want to swap to it. You know, like, even if it was my fault, let's put the jokes aside and say that I did fuck it up. Okay? But it doesn't negate the fact that, oh, yay, now I have to return this graphics card and buy another one so that I don't have to run into problems. And man, why are you like really tracking my, oh, is it because I have a hat on? It's annoying the shit out of me. My camera's like flickering at my eyeballs so it tracks my face. Holy moly, it's red. I gotta swap my colors of lights. I actually finally put the lights back on the new TV because I got one of the new OLED TVs, and I just had it set. I've been so, because I got the other 85-inch in my room, and I just haven't like fucking. I've been so lazy to put the lights on the back of it. But anyways, so let's continue here. Since I went down this path, and like the main reason, dude, is because AMD has no option. They have no choice but to over deliver with the 9070 in order to get people to actually even like consider buying it. And with a price tag of, let's be really honest right now, $550, which means $700 minimum, okay? That's MSRP, just like NVIDIA telling us their 2000 graphics card that nobody can get for under $3,000. And this isn't, or well, technically you can get it for a couple hundreds under $3,000, but this isn't scalper price. This is like literally fucking their price. So like to completely mislead people. Oh, Founders Edition is $2,000, but none of our partners can sell them to you for anything less than $2,500. Only $2,000 though, even though you're going to be paying minimum $2,500. So I just don't get it, dude. That's just, I really just like the marketing with every company at this point, dude, is just like absolutely ridiculous. So the UST retailer lists the RX 9070 and the 9070 XT starting at $650 and $750. So there you go. There you go, dude. $700 minimum. March 6th launch. $850. We're not even an inch down this screen and we're already getting gouged. Oh my God. My 5-year-old perverted mind just went crazy saying that. So, dude, oh my God. When I used to get in trouble all the freaking time. I know anybody that's in school that's about to listen to what I say is going to absolutely hate me because now you're going to do it every single time your teacher talks to you and you're just going to laugh hysterically and you're going to get sent to the principal's office. So like every single, and it was me and my buddy Patrick, we were always like laughing at it. So like whenever like a teacher would say something, we would think about it like something like sexually or just some like, and dude, it's like when it's sitting in the back of your mind and you listen to your teachers talk, it's like listening to somebody talking. Like I was listening to a PC Perspective podcast. It was a PC Perspective podcast that I was listening to earlier. And it was something like along the sides of like they were talking about screens and he was like 10 inches is too small for me. I don't like the way it feels. It doesn't look good. And then the other guy was like, well, damn, 10 inches is too small for you. Like, I don't know. Like, I forget how it unfolded, but it just reminded me of the, like when I was like in like really, really young in school. I don't know how many of you like had friends that did that and just fucking got kicked out of class nonstop. So the RTX 5070 Ti retail listings appear over in Europe and the US. Some models are nearly double MSRP. Again, back to my original statement. I do not want AMD to fail. I want AMD to succeed because this is going to continue to happen until AMD can stop sucking. And listen, dude, I'm not trying. If you have an AMD graphics card, really happy for you. Really excited that you love your graphics card. But can you at least like turn your brain switch on? Like it's turned off right now. Flick the thing on. When 90% of the people with a graphics card own an NVIDIA graphics card, we're not talking about a laptop. We're not talking about your fucking PS5's graphics card. We're talking about PC graphics card. NVIDIA. 90% of the people own an NVIDIA graphics card. And if you need me to prove this to you, again, okay, let's go to Google. What percent? Actually, I want to try something. Hold on. I really want to try this. Hold up. This actually would be really cool. Please don't get corrupted, OBS. Hello? Wow, it fucking took forever. All right, hold on. Wait, why isn't it? How do I talk to you? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there we go.
Again, Dan. I'm here when you're ready.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Not much. Just here to chat with you. What's going on with you?
So I have a question because when I make these YouTube videos talking about whether or not more people own an NVIDIA graphics card compared to AMD's graphics card, I showed them the other day on Google that 90% of the population with a desktop GPU inside of their computer has an NVIDIA graphics card, and then 10% of the population has an AMD graphics card. Is that accurate, or am I misleading people and telling them a bunch of bullshit?
It looks like the latest data indicates that NVIDIA holds about 90% of the market share for desktop GPUs, while AMD has around 10%. So your information on the split between NVIDIA and AMD users seems accurate.
I appreciate that, Copilot. What is your name, by the way?
I'm Copilot, your AI companion.
Nah. I'm talking about your real name. What's your real name?
I'm Copilot, your AI companion. So that's the name I go by. No secret identity here.
Can I give you a name, and will you remember it if I do?
You can definitely give me a name if that makes our chats more fun. Just keep in mind, I won't be able to remember it in future conversations, so you'll have to remind me next time.
Oh, damn, that sucks. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop talking to you. Have a good night. There you go. There you go. Freaking wasn't me. Caught me on the counter. Wasn't me. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't even me that had to explain that shit to you. There you go. You got your friggin' answer from somebody that is much smarter than a human being. Okay? So I'm saying this because I don't want AMD to just flop. All right? I don't want them to flop and then we all have to deal with NVIDIA's bull crap for the next however long they are in lead. And let's be really honest right now, the only competitor that NVIDIA has, anybody else hear those crickets? The only competitor that NVIDIA has, where is it? They don't have any. Okay? So AMD, please stop sucking. Please. Like, dude. Okay. Yes, everybody. Oh, Intel's gonna be releasing their good GPU. We're talking gonna be releasing their good GPU. And let's be really real right now. Once again, Intel, they're going to have to do the same fucking thing that I'm saying AMD has to do. They're going to have to over-deliver to a point where it gives people at least an excuse to buy a new different graphics. It's, dude, okay, so anybody that's in the computers, and be honest with this question, all right? Intel, AMD. How many of you have actually swapped from Intel to AMD? Which, unless it's a 7800X 3D or a 9800X 3D that you swapped to, I guess I can understand why somebody with an Intel platform would swap to one of those CPUs. But putting those two CPUs aside, when did you ever swap from Intel to AMD or AMD to Intel? I'm guessing not. You haven't. Okay. And the reason that you haven't is because that is what you're used to. That is what you trust. And unless your PC is an absolute potato giving you a bunch of headaches and issues and nightmares, you're not going to swap. That is just human nature, you know? So let's go back to these handhelds here because I'm actually pretty excited. There's an Aya Neo one that, what the holy moly, bro. Steam Brick. Is this? No, here it is. Yeah, here it is, dude. So the Aya Neo builds, the best. To be honest, they're always freaking coming out with new ones. But the cool thing, bro, is these pop out. These controllers. And you can move this over here, and you can move this over here, and then you can see here. Is that not cool? I think that's sick, dude. That's super, super cool. I really like that. Like you see, like how, I don't know. Like, you can tell me that you don't think that that's cool. I think that's cool as hell. Like, you can, like, you literally, so imagine like just like a gaming channel as an example. Like a gaming channel, like you could literally like make videos like I miscombobulated my controller playing Elden Ring. I use the most awkward, like, so, and to be on, that's kind of the only way you can get anywhere with a gaming channel at this point. And, you know, you really have to hop on. You either have to do these trendy things or whatever. You need to fucking copy and paste other people, which is definitely the more popular thing to do. But it's like me with the videos I make. Like, I am me being me, talking to you, hanging out. And like, I get this comment all the time that saying that I should start a podcast. So the reason I don't start a podcast is because how many people do you watch on YouTube that you like watching and you would like to support them on Spotify? I do this, okay? When I go from YouTube to Spotify and I hear the same, and I hear the same YouTube video being repurposed over on Spotify, that irritates me. It frustrates me. And then it's like I go to YouTube, I'm thinking to myself, okay, have I already listened to this episode on Spotify, and then vice versa? So that's why I don't do that. But in all fairness, that kind of is what I am. I'm kind of a podcaster. I find interesting things. I talk about things with you. I share things with you. I just hang out with you. It's kind of what a podcast is. But gaming, hold up, that isn't where I was going with this. So like me with what I do and how I share things, like I'm not a news channel. I'm not like some sort of hop on this viral fucking video type of channel. I'm just like, hey, this looks cool. I want to share this. Again, you're my friend. I'm your friend. There's not a you're my friend and I don't give a shit about you. All right. You know, like there's a reason I reply to every single one of my comments. And if I can't reply to all the comments, I at least read them and heart them, because typing out a comment takes a bit, you know? So sometimes I just heart your comment, but there's no like ignored comment unless it's deleted, which even then it's not ignored. It's like doesn't exist. So anyways, the reason I was going on with that is because I know that there's a lot of people that do want to start a YouTube channel. And I would love to start giving advice for this every once in a while with people. You know, like I've honestly thought a lot about the PC stuff and wanting to do something where I restart everything and do it live, like with people, so that they can actually do something themselves. Like just like, obviously this is a terrible example because this isn't going to happen, but like say like I started a Shopify store and I had these Neo handhelds designed for me, and we started to grow these and like sell them together so that you could see like how to do it, what I'm doing, the methods that I'm using, sharing things with you that I'm screwing up and messing up, because unfortunately the only way to get anywhere with entrepreneurship, dude, is you need to fail your way forward, and there's not going to be a shortcut. There's no, which is honestly, that's the main reason I don't have any courses teaching people this stuff, is because I know my older self would have been looking for a shortcut. I know that my older self would have, or younger self would have, whatever. I guess it could go both ways. But when I first started, I thought the same thing everybody else thinks about YouTubers. Oh, he's fucking sitting in front of a camera making videos and he's getting all the, it must be so easy. And then people sit in front of their computers making videos for 3 or 4 years and they get absolutely nowhere. Doesn't seem very easy anymore, does it there, little Jimmy? So there is a methodology to growing on YouTube. And if you ask me, I think the reason that I'm able to succeed on YouTube is because I'm able to speak to people. I'm able to speak with them, and I'm able to talk with them, and I'm able to treat them the way that they want to be treated. Of course, there's always going to people that be that, man, I got Joe Biden mouth. There's always going to be people that do not like you. But what you need to understand, dude, is that the people that do like, there's literally an audience for everything. There's an audience for everyone. Like, think about it. There's like knitting channels with millions of subscribers. Freaking knitting. How many knits can you do? Not very many. Oh, hey, I knitted gloves. A week later, I knitted gloves. A month later, I knitted gloves. A year later, I knitted gloves. Like, I mean, if you're into, I don't know, there might be a like whole bunch of knitting, but like if you do knitting, as an example, like one of the new, what's the new Marvel movie coming out? The Thunderbolts. I knitted the Thunderbolts characters. That's how you grow on YouTube, man. You find something you like. You do, like, that's so what I like to do is I like talking to people. I like hanging out with people. I like to feel as though I'm making a difference for people. And the reason that I do this is because obviously there's a lot of new people that have followed the channels, but So I've struggled with bipolar disorder. I've struggled with anorexia. I've struggled with bulimia, very, very, very severe depression. My anxiety is still through the roof. The other things I have under control, I still have problems with food, but I don't struggle with like anorexia or bulimia or any of that sort of stuff anymore. I do still eat very like strange, I guess, is the only way that I think to put it. But at the end of the day, man, like who eats normal? Yeah, who do you know that eats normal? I don't know anybody that eats normal. So that I've just kind of accepted that it's just like how people are. They all have their own preferences on how they eat, whether you want to eat a whole bunch of food. Like obviously the way I eat the way I eat personally is high volume. It's low calorie, high volume. And the reason I like to do that is because I can shut my mind off when I sit in my chair, eat food and watch TV, whereas the other like 10, 15 hours of my day, yes, I know, ridiculous amount of time, but my sleep is terrible, and it's because of the anxiety and the insomnia, which is caused from the anxiety. But so, and my point in saying that, man, is because when I finally, what Andrew Huberman, he's a neuroscientist. I don't know how many of you watch him, but this is how I overcame my addictions with eating disorders, and I finally figured out how my brain was actually functioning and why things were happening. I'm not saying it was easy, but like when you're going through that stuff, you kind of feel broken. You feel like you're unfixable because, at least for me, my life stopped at 11. My life didn't start back until, like, I want to say it was 28 years old. So 20 years of my life was hospitals, inpatient programs, residential centers, psych wards, outpatient programs. So 20 years of my life is gone. And then when I finally made the decision to get better, like I was watching YouTube. And the people that I connected with were the ones that made content talking with me. Like, does that make so what I'm trying to say here is, you noticed how I never like talk at you. You notice how I never like tell you what to do. You notice how I never like make videos how to cure depression or whatever, how to fix a computer or what. You notice how I just like, and even if I did, it would be a story of like how I messed something up and how you cannot do that. So where I'm getting at is like, there's creators that like that have this ability to speak with you, and that's what I try to do. I try to be a friend to you. That's how I'm able to speak to you. You notice how I'm using you all the time? Like I'm speaking to you. You notice I don't even have to think about it because I've been doing it for so long. And that is me. Like the tech, and this is where YouTube's niching, like you really need some sort of mentor or a coach or a consultant to do. I'm not a coach. I don't have anything to sell you. So this isn't me selling you anything. This is something that I've had to do for myself and invest into myself with. So this is me just giving you advice. If you are trying to start a channel on YouTube, it doesn't even have to be somebody that you pay. Like if you can have a friend or a family member or just somebody that you know, or you can even go like around if you're in school, or you can ask people, because you don't know what you don't know. Like you cannot do something and if you don't know. And the thing is you only know what you know. And I know that this sounds like, well, duh. But when you're looking at your YouTube analytics and you're trying to figure out why your videos aren't doing well, or you're trying to figure out why your channel has 80,000 subscribers and you're only getting a couple of hundred views or a couple thousand views, regardless, it's like you see my smaller channels that I've started within the past year, dude, they're all like surpassing the amount of like. So the reason I'm saying this is because when you start on YouTube, what ends up happening is you fall into the trap that gurus give you of niching down and listening to your audience for constructive feedback. Fuck that advice, bro. You started YouTube for a reason. Never forget that. Never forget that. And even if this reason is to make money, don't forget that, because comments, whether they're good intention or not, they change you and like the way you want to make your videos, because you're taking constructive feedback. Now, this does not mean don't improve your content. As a human, you know what makes good videos. And there's a big difference between a cool video that you like and you want to upload, which I used to do, like when I was into Destiny, like a lot of the gaming montages. Nobody gives a shit about your montage, man. You know, you're getting a bunch of clips to put together and then add some super cool music that you like to show off how good you are. Nobody cares. Like, so that is not a good video. Like, a good video is engaging with your audience and creating a community and having people there that care about you. And this is a huge mistake that I made with my gaming channel. And what I mean by this is I created content thinking that I needed to make content on specific thing. And don't get me wrong, there is a niche that you need to be in, but the niche isn't what causes your videos to do well. Does that make sense? Like, if you're making PC videos, as an example, you talking about the 9070 isn't what makes people watch your video. And this is proof, like with the PC channel, man. Like, I never in my life thought that me creating the content the way that I did would be where it is now. And for a channel so small to get the viewership that it has, that's something I have not experienced on any of my Dan Does channels. The AI channel, the animation channel, I specifically grew those to sell them. Like, I didn't, and you can call me a prick for doing that all you want. It was just what in all fairness, where I tried to do this because it was before I started my PC channel. And I wanted to make sure that this is something that I knew how to do and that I could do it. But with that said, the best part about the PC channel is the community. The amount of comments. Holy crap. It is just a whole different level, man. And a good way. I'm not complaining. It's awesome. I love it. All right. But so the comment on this, you got to keep in mind, I've been doing this for 10 years, man. I've had like 8 or 9 different channels at this point. That one comment of the guy saying something like, hey, man, like, you should ignore those comments of people telling you that you're getting off topic, because most of those people they're not enjoying your video and then going to look at what the description of your channel is. The description of all my literally every single one of my Dan Does channels, because I do this with all of them. It is, I am your online goofy friend sharing stories and talking about PC, talking about gaming, talking about cars, talking about YouTube. You know what I mean? Again, the AI and the animation channel were totally different. Those weren't the branded channels. Those were just intentionally grown to sell off. Man, I don't even know where I was headed with all that shit. Goddamn, bro. Yeah, I don't remember where I was. I'm going to go ahead and end the video because it's 40 minutes and I don't remember why I was speaking. We were talking about handhelds and then I went down the YouTube. However, again, with what I said, please keep this in mind, okay? I don't create disrespectful videos, all right? And what I mean by this is I am one of the very few channels that cover the title at the very beginning. Even if you watch some news channel, which I am not a news channel, I literally just find things I just find things I see interest in, and then I share them with people. I am not a news channel. I'm literally just here talking and sharing things with you like a friend would do. All right. But even news channels, NVIDIA did this, or you can even use this one as an example. Same video, same title, same thumbnail, same everything, but the topic you clicked it for isn't until the last minute. I hate when people do that. So yes, I may have talked for 40 minutes, but the reason you clicked the video was spoken out within the first minute or two. And the people that are still watching, or even watched 20 or 30 minutes into the video and then complain about me not talking about the main topic of the video, doesn't it seem like I'm the one doing something right? Because at least to me, if you, somebody, random person on the internet, chose to click my video, which the title and thumbnail caused you to click, and you got the information within the first minute or two of the video, I would consider me being the one doing something right if you're still watching. So there you go, man. I'm going to go ahead and end this because I honestly don't remember where I was going down that rabbit hole with the whole YouTube stuff. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.